welcome to the Presenter Box blog. I'm Brian Sharp, and in today's video we're going to talk about 3 reasons why winging it or speaking off the cuff can actually hurt your presentation. Now, we're around a lot of presenters, as you can imagine, and I'm sure if you've been around any or if you've presented yourself, I'm sure you've been around this conversation. It goes something like this. Someone finds out you're a speaker, that you've given a presentation, and they step up and they say, hey, I love speaking. I speak all the time. In fact, I speak off the cuff. I just wing it. And whenever I hear that comment, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, really? Are you bragging about that? Because here's the uncomfortable truth. I believe that speaking off the cuff, winging it, whatever you want to call it, I believe that that is not a skill. It's not a strategy. It's lazy. Yeah, I said it. I think it's lazy because there's a lot of people that could speak off the cuff, but we really do a disservice to the audience, which is what our responsibility is. When we're given that honor, that responsibility to present on a webinar, on a podcast, being interviewed, given a keynote, our responsibility is to add tons of value to that audience. And yeah, maybe you've given that talk 100 times. And I know you're an expert at what you do, but you've never spoken to that audience before. And we have a responsibility to be prepared. And so that's the number one way you can hurt you, is that you're not prepared. Not only are you not prepared for all the things that could go wrong, what if you can't use your PowerPoint? What if your time is cut in half, which happens about half the time? What if they move you around in the rotation? So many different things could happen, and if you're not well prepared, you're not going to adapt. So yeah, you'll wing it and fill your time, but you're not going to add value to that audience. You're also not going to be prepared to add as much value as you could to that audience. You haven't thought about who's in the room, what problem are they having, and how can I really address that with my talk? See, when you're winging it, it's all about you. It's not all about them, which is what it should be. The second way it hurts you is it can actually affect your credibility with the audience. Folks, if you think the audience doesn't know you're winging it, and I know there's presenters that stand up there and actually say it, but if you don't do that, if you don't disclose it, trust me, they know. And while many people may not care, there is going to be a select number in your audience that will care. They will know that you're winging it, and they'll feel like they're a little bit disrespected, that they made time out of their day, their schedule to be there. The one thing they can't get back is their time, and here you are just kind of giving a canned speech. You're just winging it. And while you're entertaining and fun and you know your stuff, it's really not adding a lot of value. And so they leave there thinking, wow, good speaker, but I didn't really get anything. Don't wing it because you'll lose credibility with your audience. The third reason is you'll lose credibility with your brand. You'll lose credibility with the professionals that bring you in. So if you're somebody who relies upon presentations to generate leads and clients, doing webinars, doing videos and interviews, doing keynote presentations, workshops, if you become known as the person who wings it, you're much less likely to be brought in, and I guarantee you, you will not be referred. There's a lot of really great presenters out there who've only presented once, and it's because they went out there and they winged it. They're entertaining, they know their stuff, but they weren't prepared, and you're not going to get referred by professionals if you're not prepared. So those are 3 ways you can get hurt. So the moral of the story is, listen, we don't have to be perfect. We don't have to be polished. We don't have to have it memorized. We just got to go in there and add value to that audience. Make it about them, not about you. So no more winging it, guys. Let me know your experience with winging it, speaking off the cuff. We won't judge you. Maybe you've seen someone or maybe you've done it yourself. It's okay. We're here to help. Check us out at presenterbox.com. Leave your comments below. We really appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.